Brainz Reborn Presents
Secret techniques manipulators use to control you. It's natural for couples to experience problems as they grow older. These problems are sometimes caused by emotions or greed. Manipulation is a type of problem that can occur in any type of contact in which people try to control others. People who manipulate others attack their mental and emotional states in order to acquire what they desire. These manipulators aim to establish a power imbalance by using a victim to obtain power, control, benefits, and advantages at the expense of the victim. Manipulation can occur in any relationship, but it is more likely in those with a tight bond. Everyone can, in a sense, manipulate others to acquire what they desire. However, I would see it as an attempt to manipulate someone's emotions in order to persuade them to act or feel a specific way. Manipulators, in my experience, utilize a variety of techniques to make you feel unreasonable and more inclined to comply with their demands, including comparing, lying, denying, and last but not the least, mind games. Manipulation can take many different shapes. In fact, depending on the goal, compassion can sometimes be a form of manipulation. But if you ask me, do I consider any sort of persuasion to be manipulation? It all depends on your perspective, whether the goal is good or bad. Manipulation is still an attempt to corrupt your rational thinking. Therefore, being sensible now and then is beneficial. I've personally seen manipulators use simple but powerful techniques to affect their targets. They understand your shortcomings and how to take advantage of them. They usually use your concerns to persuade you to give up something more important to you so that you will become more reliant on them. Finally, if they succeed in manipulating you, they will keep doing so until you're able to get away. Now, let's have a look on the powerful techniques used by manipulators for manipulation. Location advantage. In order to get an advantage over you, a manipulator will try to move you out of your comfort zone and into the areas you are familiar with. This can happen in any kind of situation where the manipulator believes he or she has the power. Fact manipulation. A manipulator will purposefully lie to you, make excuses for you, blame you, or strategically reveal facts about themselves without concealing other truths. They think that by doing so, they will gain more power and intellectual supremacy over you. Exaggeration and generalization. Manipulators are masters of generalization and exaggeration. It's possible they say something like, "No one have ever loved me." They make broad allegations in order to obscure the flaws in their reasoning. Cruel humor. Manipulators use this method to make you feel vulnerable by pointing out your flaws. They gain a sense of psychological superiority by making you look bad. Gaslighting. The manipulator uses this technique to perplex you and make you doubt your own reality. When you confront the abuses or lies, the manipulator will tell you that it never happened. Passive aggression. Passive aggressive behavior can occur for a variety of reasons that aren't always intended to manipulate people. Long term manipulators, on the other hand, will use this tactic to make you feel guilty and lavish praise on you. They are doing it to perplex you by portraying rage without truly being angry. Continuous judging. The manipulator isn't fooled by humor or good times. In this circumstance, they are openly denouncing, insulting, and dismissing you. They want you to believe that you're doing something wrong and that you'll never be good enough for them, no matter what you do. They only speak about the negative parts of the situation and refuse to provide good responses. When you're being manipulated, it can be difficult to recognize or confess. You're not the only one to blame because manipulation is a problem with the manipulator. There is no way to prevent it. It is up to the manipulator to seek the assistance. Now, let's discuss some tips I personally use to stop manipulative people and would recommend you to give them a try. Tip 1. Master the art of expressing no in a calm and polite manner when dealing with manipulative people. You are not required to provide a reason for your no. Giving a reason, in truth, merely gives the other person knowledge they might use to break through your defenses and persuade you to say yes. The manipulator may become irritated at first and try to persuade you, but keep saying no, no matter how hard they try, and they'll ultimately give up. Tip 2. Manipulative people are very good at turning the tables and blaming you for everything, even if you know it wasn't your fault. You're trying to talk to them about something they did wrong 1 minute and then you're apologizing the next. It's easy to simply apologize to keep the peace, but this merely strengthens their grip on you. Manipulators frequently refuse to accept blames for their own activities. Keep your cool and refuse to accept blame for something you know you didn't commit. Tip 3. The more you try to justify or explain yourself, the deeper you fall into their trap. People who are manipulative want you to become more emotional so they can observe your behavior. They are uninterested in your viewpoint or in listening to what you have to say. They make you emotional. The more you calm and collected you appear to be, they generate drama and disorder in their environment to make you appear crazy while they appear normal. No matter how many accusations they fire at you, refuse to engage. As you walk away, you say, I'm sorry you are feeling that way. Tip 4. Sometimes manipulative people will demand that you give them an answer there and then. Don't cave to pressure. If you need time to think about a particular agreement, then tell them, I'll think about it. This buys you time and is better than caving without thinking things through. Tip 5. These individuals might cause you to doubt yourselves and your understanding of events. You are apologizing and doubting yourself before you even realize it. They want this because it gives them power over you. Make your point of view clear and remember that you have the right to be heard. Tip 6. Human relationships require strong limits, but manipulative people prey on people pleasers who lack strong boundaries. Try writing down what you will and what you will not allow in your life if your boundaries are weak. If the manipulative person continues to break one of your boundaries, know when to take a step back and detach. Make a strategy for what will happen if they don't respect your boundaries ahead of time. So, if you notice these indicators of manipulation in your relationships with the people in the future, now you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe us for more updates.